Yeah, got it. Well, the body of baby Akshata has been pulled out. These are the live visuals from Bijapur. The rescue officials have successfully reached Akshata's body, and Akshata lost the battle. They have found the dead body of baby Akshata, little 4-year-old Akshata. Remember that she fell into a borewell 2 days back, and she was inside the borewell for more than 48 hours. Rescue officials have now successfully found out the body. So many obstacles coming in their way. And now they dug a parallel ditch and horizontally tried to reach Akshata. And they have successfully pulled out Akshata's body. However, sadly, she could not survive the battle.
Well, I'm joined in by my colleague Akshata from the spot. Well, Akshata, what exactly is the situation? What are they saying?
Well, Michael, after nearly 51 hours, finally the rescue operations coming to an end. They successfully managed to pull out Akshata. Unfortunately, of course, she has passed away, so it looks like she did not survive that particular fall. In fact, they had covered her body up completely, but could make out that she had suffered a lot of injuries. They have rushed her away now in an ambulance, but very tragic, of course, after that 51-hour-long operation. She did not survive. It was expected. Chances were, of course, very bleak at the end of the day. She had, in fact, suffered a lot of injuries, is what we understand. But officially now the rescue operations have come to an end. It took quite a bit of drilling, Michael, keeping in mind that there were huge stones out there, but it's all come to an end now. And of course, we understand that Akshata's body will be taken to the Bijapur Civil Hospital, which is of course the government hospital, and there we will be looking at the post-mortem report, announcing exactly what went wrong. Was it in fact suffocation? Was it an injury?
Akshata, if I can just interrupt you, what's the situation like there? Who are the people there? Are Akshata's family members still around? Who are the people there, Akshata?
Well, there are a lot of locals as well as others out here, Michael, but the police are ensuring that they control the situation, because people are seen running all over the place. They're seen, in fact, running after the ambulance as well. Family members not really present out here, Michael. In fact, their house is rather empty as of now, is what we can see, but there's no word on whether, in fact, they've been taken in another ambulance as well to the hospital, because as of now, she is the body of Akshata is being taken to the Bijapur Government Hospital, where the post-mortem will be conducted. Family, of course, there are a few people around. I can't really see if the parents are present there. In all likelihood, the officials would have taken them as well all the way to the hospital as well. But very sad, very tragic for them, no doubt, Michael. And they will, of course, be hoping that all their hopes have been broken now. In fact, at one point, they were seen still hoping that their daughter would survive, but it looks like it just could not be, and she suffered way too much, Michael. Of course, they had completely covered up the little girl's body, but going by what we could see, it looked like she had suffered quite a bit of injuries, and that seems to have proved very, very deadly for her. She was only a 4-year-old girl, and there was a lot of debris as well, even when they pulled her out, which is why there was a delay, a considerable delay, and finally they did manage to get her out, and the debris also could have led to quite a bit of suffocation, is what we understand, Michael.
Well, how many ambulances were on standby, and for any sort of emergency? What was the situation there, Akshata?
Well, in all, there were 3 ambulances, Michael. All of them have now rushed away, of course. We can, in fact, see at the very end, they are still traveling down that road, but the family members, we understand, are also being taken to the hospital. But a huge crowd has now gathered, Michael. We can see, in fact, localites, rescue officials, all of them coming together and standing out there. So no doubt, of course, it looks like finally, after 51 hours, the rescue operations have have come to an end, but the people here are still coming together. They cannot believe that a 4-year-old girl has lost her life. It was expected, of course, considering that she was stuck there for so many hours without any food, without any water. Even air was not reaching her. She could have suffered injuries as well, but still the locals seem to be unable to believe that she is no more a little girl, Michael, and of course the family will be in deep mourning because even early when we spoke to the mother, she was crying. She was stating that she is very hopeful her daughter will still live, but unfortunately that is not the case. The little girl has passed away. We will have to wait for the post-mortem report to find out exactly what took place, was it from the injuries or from mere suffocation that led to her death, Michael.
What is the general feeling among the villagers there, among the people who have gathered there, onlookers who have gathered there, Akshata?
Well, Michael, in fact, there was all these many days a general air of curiosity, all of them gathering together to see what was happening. Some of them who knew the little girl, who knew the family, who were absolutely shocked by all that took place. As of now, you can still see that they've gathered in huge groups around that digging site to see exactly how, in fact, the officials have managed to get through there. And besides that, some others have gathered around the rescue officials, questioning them as to what took place. Remember, the NDRF also their operation have remained rather silent. Even to us, they kept saying 5 more minutes, when actually it took many more hours than that. So they weren't really giving out much details, but now they are going ahead and exactly stating what took place. But beyond that as well, Michael, several of the people tried to chase the ambulance, but of course that was stopped immediately after. Now things are very much under control. Officials are still present here, and they're ensuring that things are kept on a leash and the people do not go out of control, Michael.
Well, also, Akshata, now we know that the rescue officials used many methods. Plan A failed, Plan B failed, and even Manikantan's robotic arm failed to rescue Akshata. Now, what really was the method that they used to rescue Akshata, and what really delayed the whole process of rescuing her?
Well, Shruti, we have to keep in mind, of course, that there were several attempts being made, but we have seen it all the way through. In fact, while I was here itself, it was very obvious it's not going to be an easy operation. The NDRF came in here fully prepared, but both 35 personnel and all of them working day in and day out. It wasn't easy, keeping in mind the terrain of this place, filled, of course, with stones and granite rocks. So they had to get through that. One of the officials even went on to tell me that in actuality, these kind of rocks are so large or so thick that only a blasting would help, but they couldn't afford to do that because a 4-year-old girl was stuck there, and that's why it took so much time for them to go ahead and reach up till there. But finally, after 51 hours, they have managed to. A lot of challenges at hand, Shruti, but finally, of course, it has come to an end. Unfortunately, of course, Akshata did not manage to survive, but no doubt the rescue officials have done their bit. They have overcome all those challenges. A determined lot. They worked day in and day out, Shruti.
Well, thank you so much, Akshata. We'll put you on hold for a while there. We'll come back to you in a while. There you go. Akshata loses the battle. The rescue officials successfully managed to reach Akshata and pull out her body. However, sadly, Akshata lost the battle and she could not come out of the borewell safe and sound. There were 15 doctors, many medical camps set up, 15 doctors on the spot, 3 ambulances stationed at the spot, so many rescue officials, the NDRF and so many other rescue officials, even the people of Bijapur had joined in to rescue Akshata. However, everything went in vain. The family of the deceased Akshata are unavailable for comment. They are inconsolable, of course, for the loss of their little 4-year-old child. Little did they expect when their child had gone out to play that she would never return. There was, of course, a general feeling of sadness around Bijapur, Nagathana district of Bijapur. And so many rescue officials put in all they could, all their efforts to reach Akshata. It took them more than 48 hours. Akshata, remember that Akshata had fallen into the borewell 2 days back. She was in there for more than 48 hours, though an oxygen pipe had been inserted into the borewell. it does not look like it really helped to save Akshata's life.
Well, Shruti, the main point of right now, the question is when exactly did Akshata breathe her last, and whether the doctors can pinpoint that particular detail. We'll just have to wait for the post-mortem reports. But it would be when did the rescue when the intervention, when could the rescue team intervene? When could they have intervened and probably saved Akshata? Now that is what would be interesting to find out, because for how long she was alive after she fell into that borewell, Shruti.
Absolutely, Michael. Also, the doctors are not ruling out the possibility of death on the spot, because we know that she fell with her head down. She fell upside down, and because of an immediate hit on the head, she could have died on the spot, probably because of a neck injury. They're not ruling out any possibility at this point in time, and we know that there were more than 15 doctors stationed at the spot. There were medical camps set up, and we also know the fact that she was deprived of food and water inside the borewell. Remember that she is a mere 4-year-old child.
But the fact is, I think the rescue officials said that the foul smell was emanating just a few hours ago. So whether she had breathed her last only earlier today or late last night, we are not sure about that. Whether she was still alive yesterday and probably day before. Well, that is what we'll have to find out from the hospital authorities, Shruti.
Absolutely.
Because if she was alive then, and if the rescue team had worked a little more quickly, and if they had come up with some solution a lot quicker, then possibly Akshata could have been saved. But right now, it's a really sad ending to this terrible story, Shruti.
Absolutely, Michael, and we have to remember the fact that when the moment the rescue operations had started, there was no sign of life. She was not responding to any calls, and all the rescue officials had tried to ascertain whether Akshata is alive or not, but there was no word on whether there is a sign of life inside the borewell or not. And now we can see that Akshata has lost the battle, and though the rescue officials put in all their efforts, they toiled day and night. Even the rescue officials are sleep deprived. They haven't slept in 2 days. They put in all they could. They put all their efforts. They did all they can. They tried all their options possible to rescue Akshata. And when they successfully reached Akshata, they found out that she has lost the battle. And we have to remember the fact that she fell into the borewell 2 days back, and the rescue operation started at around 7:30 2 days back, and it has been more than 48 hours since the rescue officials have been toiling hard to reach Akshata. They tried to reach Akshata directly through the borewell. They dug a parallel ditch and they tried to reach her horizontally, but remember the fact that the terrain that they are working on, the terrain that they were digging was very rough, and they had to overcome a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges, which kept delaying the rescue operations. It was only yesterday that the rescue officials had said that the rescue operations were expected to end by 12 o'clock yesterday. However, it took them another day, one whole day, to reach Akshata, Michael.